Good morning, y'all. Today is Tuesday, June 30th. So y'all, I recorded this video actually last night and I thought I was recording y'all, but I wasn't. It was so funny because I was like 15 minutes of talking, but we're going to record this morning. It's Tuesday. It's a brand new day and I'm excited because y'all, I finished this book actually yesterday, which was Monday the 29th, and that was my goal. I started this on, I think it was Sunday, either Saturday or Sunday, I can't remember, but I also had this book on Audible because it was free. So I always want to keep my books that I really love on my bookshelf, and this is one of them. Now, this book has trigger warnings and I wasn't ready for it. It's a little bit healing for me. I love this book because it's dealing with sisters, and I have two sisters, and not all the time we get along. I also have friends that are like sisters that we don't always get along. It's adjustments and everything like that. But having two sisters of my own and reading this book, I literally saw myself. I saw myself that when we begin to talk to each other and we begin to say what hurt us without judgment, without snapback and all those things, then we begin to heal. But also what was so awesome about this book was that they were able to share their truth of what happened to them and all of that. And that is what I really loved about this book. So this book is Miss Pearly Girls by Rashonda Tate Billingsley. I gave this book, I wish I can give it 20 stars because I love this book. I really do. I'm going to read the back of the book. I'm not going to get into, what happened or whatever, because I don't want to spoil anything, but make sure that you're ready for it. And there are triggering things in here that really makes you sad. And one thing I love about their mother, she protected them, but she also saw her faults and how she played a part in the girls not getting along. So I love it. Raising four very different daughters on her own in rural Arkansas wasn't easy for Miss Pearly Bell, and she always regretted that the sisters went their separate ways and never wanted to see each other again. But when Pearly is stricken with a terminal illness, she summons them all home, determined to somehow help them get right with each other and forgive. But that means dealing with past secrets and lies first. That is the key. Dealing with past issues and lies. As the oldest sister, pastor wife Maxine take her responsibility way too serious. And sometimes I can be really serious, y'all. And never fails to judge anyone else. But a secret she can no longer keep will explode everything she stands for. Youngest sister Leslie is all about making a very different life with her new love, but she didn't expect a shattering past truth to be suddenly revealed and uprooted everything she ever thought she knew. That is the kicker right there. Elegant PR professional Stella and her earthly twin sister Star didn't see eye to eye on anything. Do really twins see eye to eye on things? I don't know, because I don't have a twin. And now a long ago deception could wipe out their last chance at a relationship. So we will see. Soon each sister must confront the illusion they've taken refuge in for so long and deal with each other's woman to woman. But can building and all too fragile trust repairs the damage done and help them come together when they are needed most. Y'all, I'm telling you, get this book. And this was just a testament of this book, that things can get better when you begin to heal, when you begin to look at yourself in the mirror, to say, you know, I have imperfections. I'm not perfect, but I'm willing to deal with the issues that I have and moving forward. Even if you go talk to somebody, a therapist or whatever makes your life better. Journaling has been my healing. Reading books has been my healing. Planning has been my healing. So I do things that I love that will heal my soul, that takes me away from my normalcy of, you know, the hustle and bustle of owning my own business, having kids, being a wife, you know, but it's just so healing. But let me share another book with you that I'm starting. Hopefully I can finish it by the 31st, which is actually tomorrow. So let me show you that book. But I'm reading Waiting on Wending, and I purchased this book in January, I'll say that. And it, in the back of it, it was like, let me read the back of it first, and then I'll go on and talk about it. What would you do if you had 6 months left to live? Initially, Kellen Turner plans to live as normally as possible, then go peacefully into the night. But when his longtime crush, waitress Wendy Bell, finally works up the nerve to ask him out, he realized that he just may have something to live and fight for after all. Y'all, when I read that back, I was just like so in awe of it. But really, what really sparked something for me about this book, and that why I wanted to read it, is because of this. You know, she was talking about the fun facts of how she came to write this book, and she really wanted the book to be named The Prince and the Frog for the faded fairy tale, but decided to leave it as a standalone and let the series remain exclusive to the Logan brothers. But anyway, she just talked about how Tanzania talks about how she started this book. But what I want to read is, because of this, I did my best to write with even more care than usual to capture as realistic depiction as possible. But of course, all the research in the world would never amount to actually living with this chronic condition. And I don't know what this chronic condition is, but I know it has something to do with the heart. That being said, I decided to donate a portion of my marketing budget to the American Heart Association. So y'all know. So the American Heart Association, she donated of some of her budgeting to the American Heart Association. And she did ask, if you enjoyed this sweet story, then I encourage you also to donate your budget. Donate if your budget permits. So, because I'm a heart survivor, I had ASD, atrial septal defect, when I was 26. And I remember having open heart surgery. And so you will see my scar right here. So yes, let's get back to the book, y'all. But the reason I want to get into the book, because it's dealing with heart conditions. And when she said that she donated to American Heart Association, that is what I love, right? So, and every time the month come in, I try to donate to American Heart Association as well. So I know right now I am just on the first chapter, but it's talking about Wendy. And y'all, it's been really good so far. Like, I really didn't want to put it down this morning, but of course I have to go because I I have orders to fill. So that order just came in. So that means I have 8. I did 20 something yesterday. I already took them to the post office. So right now I'm going ahead and do the book. But these 2 books, y'all, and I will give y'all updates on this book when I do my video for just flipping through my, what is it, July journal. So when I do my, and then I want to talk about the books that, so I might do a 2 for 2 like video. So I think that I'm gonna come on and do my August TBRs. I should just do it right now. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and talk about my August TBRs that I want to read for the month of August. Y'all, I did a good amount of books in July. What's going on? I'm so proud of myself, because I know one month, I think it was February, I only read 1 book. But y'all, I don't stress over that. I'm not trying to read so many books. I'm just enjoying this journey of reading. And if I read 1 book, if I don't read a book, if I read 10 books, if I read 5 books, if I read 2, I am good. I'm just enjoying this ride. So let's get into my August TBRs. Okay, y'all. So my TBRs for August, and sometimes my TBR change. I want to start reading a lot of books that's on my shelf. So I decided not to buy some of the books that I have in my Amazon. But I really do want to get them because I do want to read some of them. But I said, no, I'm going to read what I have on my bookshelves that I haven't read yet. So this is what I'm going to do. I wanted to always have a book for like the summer theme, but this month I picked out books that, okay, my alarm went off, y'all. So I wanted to pick out books and authors that I missed. So one of the books that I want to read is The Problem with Players, and that's by Brittany Cherry. Brittany Cherry is one of my favorite authors, okay? And I love it. And to be honest with you, I don't know what this book is about. I just know Brittany Cherry has never disappointed me in books. So I don't really know what this book is about. I can tell that it's probably about baseball because of the cover. So in the back of the book, it talks about, so when my ex-boyfriend somehow managed to land the job as my new assistant coach, my life is flipped upside down. The game I thought I mastered is now being played with a whole new set of rules. Y'all, my ex is a baseball all-star, Nathan Pierce. He's tall, dark, and undeniably handsome. He's also all too eager to spend extra hours working together while flashing that familiar devilish smirk of his that still sends my heart racing. So y'all know I love romance, right? So we're gonna see what this book is all about. And when fate throws another curveball involving me needing a place to stay, Nathan offered up his spare bedroom. So what does that mean? Which sends me spiraling into emotions I believe had long since faded. Y'all, friends to lover trope, I guess that's what this is. But y'all, this is going to be a good read. So Brittany Cherry never disappointed me, and I love reading her books. And yeah, so I can also get this on Audible as well, so I might do that as well and read, because during the day when I'm working, I like to listen to Audible, and then at night reading, afternoon reading either on my Kindle or reading the physical book. So that has really helped me, because throughout the day, majority of the time I watch YouTube videos, catching up on some of y'all. So that would be a good read. And so that's how I kind of like reading now, because I really was not, I didn't want to listen to him at all, to be honest with you. But it's really helped me step up my game in reading, which I thought maybe I needed to look at the words and all of that. But no. But it's been really good. So Fake It Till You Bake It by Jamie Wesley. Well, this is going to be a new author for me. She's coming out with a book. I can't remember when. The book is coming out this year. The second is going to be a series, so it's a second part to this. And so I wanted to read this before the new book comes out. I just need to find out when that book is coming out. Okay, so Fake It Till You Bake It. Y'all, there's an author that, a Black author that, Miss London, Fake It Till You Make It is a book. So I may get that book. So I'm going to add that to my cart because I put in the wrong thing. It's Bake It. And I wanted to find out the next book because I think it's in December. And I can also read this on my Kindle free. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on my Kindle. There are several books out there. Fake It Till You Bake It. So Jamie. But I wanted to find out about the other book that she has coming out. It's called A Legend in the Baking. So it will be released on November 19th. So y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and order that. So yeah, and I will have it on the screen. It's called A Legend in the Baking. So that's the second book in the series. I'm excited about this book. Look at the cover of this. Jada Townsend Matthews is the most reviled woman in America after turning down a marriage proposal on a reality dating show. When she comes home to lick her wounds, Jada finds herself working at San Diego's newest cupcake bakery, Sugar Blitz, along with the uptight owner and professional football player, Donovan Dell. When a reporter mistakenly believes that Jada and Donovan are an item, they realize they can use this misunderstanding to their advantage to help the struggling bakery and through rehabilitated Jada's image. Faking a relationship should be simple. So this is like a faking relationship, and y'all know how the ending is. So what is so funny to me, because I love Hallmark movies. Reading books is just like my little Hallmark movie. I love it because sometimes you already know when people are going to get together and stuff, but I just love looking at the stories. I love reading about the stories. It's just to make my heart so so happy. So I have Kennedy Ryan. I love. So I read the first book of Kennedy Ryan's. I'm trying to think of the name of the first book. Block Shot. I think it was Hook Shot. I'm assuming. So I read, no, it was called Long Shot. If I would have looked at the back of the book, I would have known. Long Shot. So I read that. I really loved the book. So I wanted to read Hook Shot. And everybody know that you have to always look at the trigger warnings for yourself in these books. I'm not going to get in depth in this because there have been a lot of people talk about this book. Because I just started in December of 2023 getting back into reading books and stuff like that. I'm reading some of the old books and people are reading the new books or whatever. So I am doing new and old, but I really wanted to read this book. So that's number 3. And The Planner Plots. Christina Forrest. I don't know if have I read a book by Christina Forrest? I'm not sure. I think this might be my very first one. Let me see. I think this will be my very first book by her. I am not. If I read a book, I will come in and say, pop in and tell you if I read it. But I wanted to read The Partner Plot. It's about Violet Green, fashion is everything, a successful celebrity stylist. She travels all around the world, living out her dream. Professionally, she's thriving, but her personal life is in shambles. After surviving a very public breakup with her ex-fiance 6 months ago, Violet is now determined to focus on her career. But life hands her something, or rather someone, that might derail everything. So Xavier Wright did not expect to run into his high school girlfriend, Violet, the girl who once thought he'll marry, on a birthday trip to Vegas. So y'all know, Vegas. Whatever happens in Vegas doesn't always stay in Vegas. So as a high school teacher and baseball coach, he rarely leaves his New Jersey hometown. So what were the chances? But when the initial shock wears off, they decide to celebrate together. They feel young and restless as they party the night away, and reckless they carefully were when the following morning they wake up beside each other with rings on their finger. Did they get married in Vegas? So I'm ready to read that book. Okay. Pulling Doubles. This is the second book to the series, The Wright Brothers. The first one, y'all, when I tell you, my cousin sent me this book, and y'all, I can get this book free, and I'm about to, you know what, I might read this book. I can get this free on Audible as well. So I read the very first book on Audible, and I wanted to and I just added to my TBR, y'all. Oh, I'm so happy. So Pulling Doubles is free on Audible because I have a membership. But y'all, Christina C. Jones, the very first book that I read in the series, and I'm going to tell you the name of it because y'all, I can't remember everything that I've read. So, read. And it's so funny because, oh, let me get my book, because I got my journal right here, and I meant to look it up while I was talking to y'all. So it's Getting Schooled. So this book right here, Getting Schooled, I listened to it on Audible because my cousin wanted me to. This is how I got into Audible. My cousin, so I have two cousins. One, Pam. She first told me about Audibles that I need to read, and I was like, no, girl, I'm not reading that. I want my physical book. Then my cousin Melissa sent me a free book, which was Getting Schooled, to listen to it, to see if I like Audible. See, so I decided to go ahead and listen to what she sent me, and it changed the game for me. So now I can read this in physical, and I also can hear it on Audible. So yay to me. And now I want to go ahead and read this one and not the other book that I put down. We'll see, because I can get finished this first. But no, I'm gonna read that other book because I really want to read it. But I'm gonna read this in August. But this might be my very first book that I read in August, starting August 1st. Yes. So, oh, did I tell y'all what it was about? No, I was just so excited. Devin was in the first part of the book because, let's see, the main characters are Reese and Jason, and the other one. Reese has a friend named Devin who was a nurse. Right there. Besides a tall, fine husband, and eventually, if all she wants besides a tall, fine husband and eventually a few babies to fulfill her about to turn 30, running out of time. So she was introduced in Getting Schooled. So she's Reese's best friend, and how they are best friends, their mothers are best friends. So that's how Devin is a little bit older than Reese. So if you read the first book, y'all, when I tell you Getting Schooled was so funny, it was so funny. I laughed so much listening to it, and then I ordered the book. But I was finished with the Audible by the time the book came, and I was just like, I'm going to keep this book because that is one of the books that I can tell you I can read again. So I wanted to get this one talking about her friend, and she just want a cute black family. The dream is to finish her year-long internship at a university hospital. She's excited about the experience, eager to learn, glad to help whenever she can. If she could be, it should be easy, right? Trying to find the love of her life, the black dream, having a family, having kids, being married, all of that. So she meets, well, it, or would it be? If it weren't for the arrogant know-it-all, always gets something to say, always got something to say, Dr. Joseph Wright, Devin cannot stand him, and it's his attitude is an indication the feeling is mutual, and or is it? Joseph doesn't do doctors or nurses or patients or anybody else who has anything to do with the hospital. For that matter, University Hospital has infiltrated enough of his life, and the last thing he needs is a blurring of the lines between professional and private. Until smart, sexy, sassy nurse Devin Ellis comes along and stomps all over those lines. When you're pulling doubles with the person you hate to want so bad, something is bound to initiate. Y'all, I'm ready for this. So please read Get Schooled. That book was awesome. I laughed. It was funny. But it also had that friends to lovers type situation going on. But this is going to be really good. I know this is. So how many books so far? That is 5. So the 6th book, that don't mean that I'm going to get 6 books now in July. I should read 8 because this is my last book in July, and I have 2 days to finish it, and I can do it in 2 days, y'all. Yes, can I do it in 2 days? I can. Emily Henry, I never read her book. Now, she's the author of Happy Place. Now, I want to read Happy Place. I haven't gotten it, whatever, but it is on my list. I love when I read this part because this was so funny. Daphne always loved the way her fiance, Peter, told their story. How they met on a blustering day, fell in love, and moved back to his lakeside hometown to begin their life together. He really was good at telling it, right up until the moment he realized he was actually in love with his childhood best friend, Petra. Excuse me. Yo, I had to cough on that because that is crazy. How you can tell a story and then realize that you've been with this girl, realize that you are really telling the story about your best friend. Which is how Daphne begins her new story, stranded in beautiful Wayne Bay, Michigan, without friends and family, but with a dream job as a children librarian that barely paid the bills, proposing to be roommates with the only person who could possibly understand her predicament, Petra's ex, Miles. Okay, so y'all, so you're telling me that Petra, who is a childhood friend that your boyfriend, fiance, is in love with, now you may be roommates with Petra's? Okay, this is really a funny story, y'all. So I'm going to get into this book because that sounds so interesting. And y'all, really, y'all, don't tell me funny stories do happen for real. So just had to tell a story because it's so funny. It's so funny. So these are the books. I had to take one of the books out that I wanted to read because I'm reading it now. So I have 2, 4, 6 books that's right here that I want to read in August. So can I do it? We will see if I can get 6 of these books in August. Now, we will see because August is a very busy month for me, but I'm excited. Let's see what we can do. Can I do it? We will see. So these are my TBRs for August. So y'all, thank y'all for joining me. in this video. I hope that y'all got something out of it, and let me know, what books are you reading? Have you read any of these books that I have shown today? I've shown 8 books today, and so I'm going to do a flip through of my reading journal right here. I'm gonna do a flip through of my reading journal, so come back and join me so I can talk about my July reads, and we will have some fun, y'all. Thank y'all so much. I will talk to y'all later.